The million-dollar question: is Pi Network legal in your country? That's the burning question on every Pi miner's mind. As Pi Network gains traction globally, its legal status remains a hot topic. Some countries welcome Pi with open arms, while others view it with a wary eye, and this ambiguity leaves many wondering about the future of Pi Network. Comment Pi to the moon. If you believe in the future of Pi Network occupies a fascinating space in the world of cryptocurrency. Unlike traditional cryptocurrencies that rely on energy-intensive mining, Pi Network uses a mobile-first approach. This unique model has attracted millions of users worldwide, but it also raises questions about its legality in different jurisdictions. The answer, unfortunately, isn't a simple yes or no. Pi Network's legality hinges on a complex web of factors, including each country's stance on cryptocurrencies, financial regulations, and data security laws. Hit like and subscribe for reliable Pi updates and insights. We'll delve into the intricacies of Pi Network's legal landscape and explore its compliance efforts in various parts of the world. Stay tuned. Pi Network has consistently maintained that it prioritizes regulatory compliance. Unlike many crypto projects that launch through initial coin offerings or ICOs, Pi Network chose a different path. They deliberately avoided ICOs to sidestep potential legal hurdles associated with unregistered securities. Instead of raising funds through an ICO, Pi Network focused on building its user base organically. This approach, while slower, allowed Pi Network to develop its technology and community without the immediate pressure of regulatory scrutiny. However, Pi Network recognizes that compliance goes beyond simply avoiding ICOs. They have implemented Know Your Customer, or KYC, procedures to verify the identities of their users. KYC is a crucial step in preventing money laundering and other illicit activities, and it's a requirement in many jurisdictions for financial platforms. Pi Network's commitment to KYC demonstrates its proactive stance on compliance. By verifying user identities, Pi Network aims to create a more transparent and trustworthy ecosystem. This commitment to compliance is essential for Pi Network's long-term success, as it paves the way for broader adoption and regulatory acceptance. Pi Network's global reach is undeniable, with millions of users spread across numerous countries. However, its legal recognition varies significantly from one region to another. Some countries have embraced Pi Network and integrated it into their regulatory frameworks, while others remain cautious or have yet to establish clear guidelines for cryptocurrencies in general. For instance, countries with progressive cryptocurrency regulations such as Singapore and Switzerland have provided a more welcoming environment for Pi Network to operate. These countries recognize the potential of blockchain technology and have implemented clear guidelines to foster innovation while mitigating risks. In contrast, countries with stricter financial regulations or those that are still developing their cryptocurrency policies present a more challenging landscape for Pi Network. These nations might view Pi Network's unique model with skepticism or require additional time and information before granting it legal recognition. Pi Network's approach to navigating this complex regulatory landscape has been to engage with policymakers and regulatory bodies proactively. They aim to educate regulators about Pi Network's technology, its commitment to compliance, and its potential benefits. The global regulatory landscape for cryptocurrencies is constantly evolving, presenting both opportunities and challenges for Pi Network. As governments worldwide grapple with the implications of digital assets, Pi Network must stay ahead of the curve to ensure compliance and foster a sustainable ecosystem. One of the primary challenges Pi Network faces is the lack of uniform regulations governing cryptocurrencies. Each country has its own approach, ranging from outright bans to progressive frameworks. This fragmentation creates uncertainty for businesses operating in the crypto space, including Pi Network. Another hurdle is the evolving nature of regulations themselves. What might be acceptable today could be subject to change tomorrow, as governments refine their understanding of cryptocurrencies and their potential impact. This dynamic environment requires Pi Network to remain agile and adaptable, constantly monitoring regulatory changes and adjusting its operations accordingly. To navigate this complex terrain, Pi Network has adopted a multi-pronged strategy. Firstly, they prioritize transparency by regularly communicating with their community about regulatory developments and how they impact Pi network. Secondly, they actively engage with regulators worldwide, seeking to educate them about Pi network's technology and compliance efforts. Section 5, China's regulatory landscape, a new era for Pi network. China's new data security regulations, effective January 1, 2025, impact Pi network's operations. These laws require strict compliance for personal information and cross-border data transfers. Pi network must obtain explicit consent for data collection and provide user control. Important data regulations pose unique challenges for Pi network. Establishing a legal team in China is essential for compliance. Collaborating with local experts ensures Pi network operates within the law. Section 6, the Open Mainnet and Pi Bridge game changers. The highly anticipated launch of Pi Network's Open Mainnet, scheduled for February 20th, 2025, marks a pivotal moment in its journey. This milestone signifies a transition from a closed network to one that allows for the public trading of Pi coins on exchanges, potentially establishing its market value and attracting wider recognition. The Open Mainnet launch also ushers in a new era of regulatory scrutiny for Pi network. As Pi coins become tradable assets, regulatory bodies worldwide will likely intensify their focus on Pi network's operations, compliance measures, and potential impact on financial markets. In preparation for this heightened scrutiny, Pi network has been actively developing Pi Bridge, a platform designed to integrate Pi network with other established blockchains like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. This bridge serves as a vital link, enabling interoperability and potentially facilitating the flow of Pi coins between different blockchain ecosystems. The Pi Bridge could play a crucial role in Pi network's efforts to gain regulatory acceptance. By integrating with established and regulated blockchains, Pi network can leverage the existing compliance frameworks and infrastructure of these platforms, potentially easing its path to wider adoption. Section 7. Addressing skepticism and building trust. Despite its growing user base and efforts toward compliance, Pi network continues to face skepticism and scrutiny from some quarters. Critics often point to the lack of a detailed white paper, the extended enclosed mainnet period, and the referral-based system as potential red flags. One of the main criticisms leveled at Pi network is the absence of a comprehensive white paper outlining its technical specifications, economic model, and long-term vision. While Pi network has released various blog posts and announcements, the lack of a formal white paper has led some to question the project's transparency and legitimacy. Another point of contention is the extended enclosed mainnet period, which has been in effect for an extended duration. Critics argue that this prolonged period of limited functionality and lack of public trading raises concerns about the true value and utility of Pi coins. To address these concerns and build trust within the wider cryptocurrency community, Pi network must prioritize transparency and open communication. Releasing a detailed white paper that addresses the technical aspects, economic model, and long-term vision of Pi network would be a significant step in the right direction. Section 8. The future of PI. Network, a balancing act. The future of Pi network hinges on balancing innovation, regulatory compliance, and trust within the cryptocurrency and financial communities. Navigating regulations, engaging policymakers, and committing to transparency are key. As Pi network grows, regulatory scrutiny will intensify. Proactively seeking licenses and establishing compliance frameworks are crucial. Building trust through transparency and regular updates is essential. The journey is challenging but filled with potential. By embracing compliance and innovation, Pi network can carve a unique space in finance. Section 9. Join the Pi network conversation. What are your thoughts on the legality of Pi network in your country? Have you encountered any challenges or successes in using Pi network? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative and subscribe to our channel for more Pi Network updates, analyses and discussions. Hit the notification bell to stay informed about our latest content. Together, let's explore the evolving world of Pi Network and its place in the future of digital currencies.